Hello, I'm Ray. Welcome to Wine Tap Tips. Now, a lot of times when I'm down at the cabin and it's warm weather, I do not want to fire up the wood stove to cook. It'll drive me out of the cabin and I can't even use it. So I will end up cooking on my grill as if it's a stove. And it's also a fun thing to do in the backyard, especially if you want to cook a nice country breakfast. As much as we love the smell of bacon, who wants all that grease floating all around the kitchen? And on a hot day, do you really want to make the kitchen really hot? So all you need is to fire up your grill with some, I recommend, lump charcoal over briquettes. Get a higher heat. And then it's just your bacon, potatoes, and eggs. And you always start off with your bacon to cook everything else in that grease, because that's what is so much fun about it. Now, as far as wine goes, you can have whatever wine you want. Today, we're going to have that favorite patio pounder, Sauvignon Blanc. And this is Little Sheep Sauvignon Blanc from Morro Bay. Absolutely delicious. Cools you down while you're cooking, and it's great to go with a nice country breakfast. But I also recommend a good rosé or a good sparkling wine. So let's start with our favorite hickory smoked bacon. And we preheat our cast iron grill as we cook our bacon. And this is just kind of that fun way to have your favorite decadent kind of breakfast. Listen to that bacon just kind of sizzle. And the nice thing is, like I said, if you have like a little one-room cabin in the middle of southern Missouri, you're not heating the whole place up in the middle of August with your wood stove to cook it on. Or if you're here in St. Louis, you're not putting grease radicals all over the kitchen. So it's a lot of nice little benefits to it. Plus it adds a little fun and excuse to be outside on a nice, beautiful Sunday morning. Now, one of the things I do is I have a couple aluminum foil pans up on top as the warming rack, and as the bacon finishes, and as other things finish, I just kind of toss them up here so they keep warm as I cook everything. And we just kind of go from there. This is sounding so nice. And just to kind of keep cool. So now our bacon is done. So we have this nice, crisp, wonderful bacon. And we just kind of toss it into the warming rack like so. So now we have this wonderful, crisp bacon, like so. And we keep that up on the warming rack. And then we put our potatoes in. It goes into that wonderful, magical bacon grease. And listen to that. Listen to that sizzle. Now, I don't put a whole lot of spices on it. The only thing I do is a little bit of pepper at the end. And as you can hear that nice and sizzle, and you just kind of turn it around and let it cook. And now it's just a matter of stirring, turning, till these potatoes are done. So now the potatoes are done. So we just put a little bit of pepper over them. You know, and I remember as a kid, my great-great aunt in southern Missouri would make this breakfast for me almost every day. It was one of my favorite childhood memories. Whether I was out picking something, hunting, or doing anything, this was the kind of breakfast she would make for me. So even if I can't make it as good as she made it, it just kind of gives me that little closeness, or makes me think of her in a very fun memory as a kid. So let's go ahead and put these in, and we will go to the egg. As you can see, we still have a little bit of that wonderful, flavorful bacon grease in this cast iron skillet. And now we go to the last part, the scrambled eggs. And we just kind of do that around. All right. So now our eggs are done. We're going to put the eggs right up here. And I highly recommend, now mind you, it's a cast iron skillet, so I highly recommend either using one of these, pick things up. You could use these, nice gloves, or you could use pot holders. So go ahead and take that off and set it to the side. And then you take this up and serve it to the family. Now we eat. So now my favorite part, enjoying this meal. Whether it's on the deck, inside the house, or out at the cabin, it's just a fun, wonderful meal. And for me, it's a way to relive part of my childhood. Also, as you've seen, Duke and Pino are the two dogs that are the official dogs of Wild Wine Life. Both of them are rescues. So please, if you're going to adopt a pet, whether it's a cat or a dog, please support whatever local animal shelter is out there. Please like us on Facebook and YouTube, and please share our videos with your friends. I'm Ray, and here's to living the wild wine life.